I've been working so hard for so long. I just want to know what true joy feels like.
On the surface, Valerie Bertinelli exudes joy. For years, her bright smile has been lighting up the screen. Her TV career, a laugh track for an entire generation, from America's Sweetheart in One Day at a Time.
I'm the only kid I know who goes to confession and has to make up sins.
To a host on the Food Network.
Isn't that pretty? Look.
But her relationship with food has been a complicated one. Like so many people, Valerie has dealt with years of seesaw dieting and weight gain.
I use food as a way to not feel the sadness.
That honest interview resonated with so many of our viewers. One writing, "Wow, I cried so much with her. I saw myself." When you spoke out, there was a chorus, like an army of people who nodded their head. One woman said, "I'm you. I'm you." That's powerful, isn't it?
Very, very.
This one, it felt like I was looking into a mirror into my soul.
Wow. That's validating, and I hope that I do all of them justice.
When you first came onto the Today Show to do this, what did you think it was going to be?
Well, when I first started talking, let's start 2020, I want to lose 10 pounds.
Yeah.
And then I started to think about it. I said, I've lost the same 10 pounds for 50 years. It can't be about the 10 pounds anymore. It just can't. I have to learn how to love myself today as is.
As is.
As is. Sometimes I feel like I'm screaming into a void and I'm not heard. So when things do happen that hurt my heart and my soul, I'm not allowed to complain. And I think I was taught that from a very young age. Make people like you. You have to be liked.
What you're saying about wanting to be liked, I know, again, people watching this are nodding too. And you think that you're showing weakness by
if you're
just
vulnerable.
If you're vulnerable, but no, not at all.
Right, right. You're crying.
I'm crying because you're. I do think there's something about you that's unique.
And not unique. Really, no, I'm just like everybody else.
Yeah.
I have a very blessed life, and I am incredibly grateful. But I have a lot of pain in my life, too, that I don't get to express.
Where do you hope this group of you winds up at the end of this journey?
I may not lose any weight on this journey, but I might just lose the weight that's sitting on my shoulders and on my heart. I think we could have made a difference in some people's lives, and selfishly, hopefully mine.
So, Valerie, I'm so excited. We introduced Valerie to mind coach Angie Johnsey. I'm going to leave you guys to your session. Valerie, good luck.
Yes,
You're in great hands with Angie.
Thanks. So basically what this is...
The two spent time working together, helping Valerie unpack and organize her feelings.
So this would basically represent your mind.
The idea, to have Valerie visualize her mind as a blueprint of a house.
And it's a way for you to organize your thoughts to see where your mind is taking that mental energy the most.
A tool to control her negative thoughts.
So, give me any thought that comes to you frequently.
You are a failure because you lose weight, you gain weight.
Okay, the mind really likes to hang out here.
The goal, to turn down the volume of negative voices.
You're not broken.
I can't tell you how hard my mind is fighting back right now.
It's okay.
But I'm hearing everything you say.
Yeah.
And it's really, really profound.
Valerie started admitting a small part of the weight was already being lifted.
Yeah, I'm feeling the relief a little bit right now, actually.
Yeah.
Like my shoulders aren't near my ears right
Yes.
now. I can feel a difference physically.
Breath of fresh air coming in to your mental house, and you're like, wait a minute, I don't have to live here. And this tormenting voice all the time, I really don't. You can get out. You can just be Valerie, one day at a time, sister.
Oh, Valerie and mind coach Angie Johnsey are with us this morning. Something worked in that session, didn't it?
It really did immediately. The visualization for me, and of course I went back to my hotel room and looked up Angie's website, listened to her SoundCloud, and it's really helpful. I barely slept last night because I was so anxious, that vulnerability, like hangover. And I listened to that, to everything you told me, listened to your SoundClouds, and I was able to talk my anxiety into a room. I said, I don't care what room you get into right now, but you need to leave me alone. But I'm going to let the air in.
I think breaking it down into these rooms is interesting. Like you have like a God room where you put things you can't control, a trash bin where you're kind of clearing your mind out into something that's workable. Yeah. So tell us why that works, Angie.
when something is super overwhelming, it's just like if you walked into a house that's just a mess.
Yeah.
Like everything is everywhere. You don't know what to do with anything. You don't have any clarity. It's all confusing. It's all overwhelming. You're just standing there like, just forget it. Like, I don't even know where to even start.
Well, Carson, if you were going to give her some thoughts, like things that are on your mind, and put them in rooms, will you?
My mind is a wreck. You know that. I'm the last person you want to ask. But I do find that, tools are there. I have general anxiety disorders I've talked a lot about. The tools are out there, and they do help a lot, and there is a relationship between your mind wellness and food, for sure. Mm-hmm. But how hard has it been to keep those thoughts compartmentalized into these small places? Do you find yourself getting kind of overwhelmed again?
Not yet, because I think by continuing to listen to Angie speak and her meditations, I'm going to start listening. I'm going to, on the way home on the airplane tonight, I'll be listening to a lot. I'm also going to talk like you. I'm going to start talking with that accent because I love it so much. It's very soothing. But right now it's not hard, but I'm sure if I don't listen and I don't practice it every day, it will get more challenging.
Angie, for folks who are watching, folks who are listening right now, who might want to start this journey, what are some things that they can do right now to find balance, to maybe stop some of the, mindless eating that they may be dealing with?
Well, the first thing that you can do is what we did with Valerie yesterday. And you can go to the website and you can print off that map that we used. And you can start to just do the mind dump that we did, and we dumped out everything, every thought. And you're starting with this mental consciousness and saying, well, let's get aware. Let's take an inventory of what is going on inside our mind.
And we're going to go online because we're going to take care of that. And also, you've got some emotional eating tips. You say practice the consciousness, curb your sugar, and just get moving. Move your body. That helps too.
I think to curb the sugar is super important because it is addictive.
Well, okay, Valerie and Angie, thank you so much.
Valerie, you're going to stick around,
Yeah.
though.
Yes, I'm going to cook for you.
Valerie's going to stick around. She's going to cook a recipe from that Start Today meal plan. By the way, apparently it nearly broke the website.
Of course it did. That's what happens with you. All right, and also, for more on this journey, you can go to today.com/starttoday. Valerie is sharing the one small thing she wears every day that reminds her to be positive. And if you want to get on the train with Angie, this is good. She's got 5 small things you can do every morning to be more mindful. Plus, and I love this, on our Instagram page, she's going to offer more tips on how to stay mindful, organize your thoughts. You came to us because Maria Shriver said you were top drawer. You are top drawer.
Thank you, Maria.
Valerie, and you're helping all of us.
Birmingham's best.
Yeah.
Thank you.